Today's episode of the Federation's Finest podcast is brought to you by The House, the feature film, now streaming on Tubi. After a freak accident and a night out drinking leaves two of their friends dead, the lives of 6 teens are changed forever with the discovery of a mysterious revive serum that can bring one of their dead back to life, but only one. Now torn into multiple groups and fighting amongst each other, these teens must decide who they are, what they believe in, and what truly is the value of a life. Stream The House, directed by Miles Ross, now on Tubi for free, or head to thehousefeature.com or at thehousefeature on Instagram to learn more. That is thehousefeature.com or at thehousefeature on Instagram to learn more. Hello, and welcome to the Federation's Finest podcast. All the lovers, all the haters, and people who call themselves players. I'm your host, Miles. I'm a filmmaker from Seattle, but I'm also a big mech fan. I grew up on Gurren Lagann. I'm currently watching through Gal Geiger and Pad Labor with my brother, but I'm a die-hard Gundam fan at heart. With this show, I'm here to lead 3 Gundam newbies through the series and see if we can figure out what this giant robot thing is all about. We'll be covering this series in my own special order, emulating but not quite following the experience of discovering the show on Toonami or the internet in the early 2000s. On today's episode, we are covering Mobile Suit Gundam, the English release, episode 19, 20, and 21, Hand-to-Hand Combat, Sorrow and Hatred, The Trap of M'Quve. If you want to watch along with us, you should go watch those. Gentlemen, I had a little bit of a rough start there, but who do we got with us here today?
Initiating Earl Drift, Gypsy Danger here to wreck some stuff. It is Tom, also a filmmaker from Alaska, here to absolutely rage against everything that is Gundam, especially now that my man Teddy Roosevelt is gone.
Oh yeah, he is dead, huh? Well, I guess on that happy note, I am your local space cowboy Leo, one of the aforementioned Gundam newbies. However, I can no longer call myself that after watching through a couple Gundam shows now. Really just here to spread the good word of the Emperor and prove that this show is just 40K in a different text.
And my name is Kenneth or Kenny. I'm just a guy who generally likes anime and wanted to get more into Gundam, but was kind of familiar with it, with some plot holes, knowing and not. I mean, these batches of episodes, I feel like we are in the highest of highs, and in my opinion, sometimes the lowest of lows of weird moments. So yeah.
Weird indeed. Well, hey, thank you so much, guys, for being here today. Top of the show, still on Side 6, still in Florida, as always, so a little bit lower mic quality. Beyond that, I had a request last week that I am happy to follow up on today. Tom, you actually made that request.
Which I've made several. Have you found the dirt?
Have you found the dirt?
Yes. So, last week on the episode Zeon's Secret Mind, we talked about the mystery of Solium in Gundam, which appears to be a lost MacGuffin. A plot device that was introduced and mentioned by name and seemingly had importance in that episode, but I came to tell y'all has never come up once again in Gundam's 40 plus year lifespan, as far as I'm aware, or as far as anyone's aware. I brought up that Solium is weird since it is exclusive to that episode, and I have a revelation for you. Gentlemen, would you mind?
Is there more than one episode?
Turning your screens to my screen here.
So sorry, viewers at home. I mean, listeners. I mean,
whoever. What are we looking at right now? What
list of Mobile Suit Gundam
Discord
episodes on Wikipedia?
Yeah, it's a Wikipedia episode for a Wikipedia page for Gundam episodes, and Gundam, of course, was created by Yoshiyuki Tomino, but he had other people helping him along. The show. There are other co-directors and other writers. As we can see, episode 1, Gundam Rising, Yoshiyuki Tomino, our man, the myth, the legend, and Shinya Sadamitsu directing, and written by Hiroyuki Yoshihama. And most of them keep on going, but Tomino's always there, sometimes as solo director, sometimes not. But when we get to episode, which was it? Zeon's Secret Mind, episode 18, 17 in the original release, what do we notice here?
No Tomino.
No Tomino was involved in the creation of Zeon's Secret Mind, which is fairly normal for TV, whether it's Breaking Bad and Rian Johnson directing that Fly episode or anything else. The main director, showrunner of the show, is not always a part of every single episode. You to get a more efficient production done, you hand it off to other people. But Mr. Shinya Sadamitsu is an interesting guy. And I would hazard a guess, I have no evidence for this, that Solium was something he introduced on his own and Tomino didn't really like, and so Solium never came back again. Of course, Tomino was looking over all of these things. But did you all notice any sort of difference in the directing of that episode, Zeon's Secret Minds, or the quality of any?
Not after the fact, man.
After the fact? Okay. Well, I have another revelation for you. If we go back, we have another Shinya Sadamitsu episode. And what episode was this?
Oh,
Isolina
man.
loves
When Isolina
remains.
attacks.
Yeah, that's when our favorite girl fell off the gaw for some reason.
Killed herself.
Killed herself.
Oh,
Mr. Tomino, not a part of that.
wasn't
one.
they?
Fascinating.
Huh.
I'm not putting anyone down. Just noticing this. Since it was requested, we'll return back to this list maybe sooner than later. But if you guys want, for extra bonus points, if you ever want to look up who directed certain Gundam episodes or wrote it, or differences between them, or what those differences could mean, I'll give you some extra points towards a promotion. Anyways, let's get started with the main thing for this episode, episode 19, which I said before, which is hand-to-hand combat. I'll pass it off to whoever wants it, and I'll just put this link in our little resources thing.
Yeah, we open with Sayla talking about Odessa Day and like napping on the bridge with Bright while Mirai mends clothes, and then comes over to join them in their weird little picnic nap.
They got little laying down pads.
Yeah, they're like
in
lounging.
preschool.
Yeah.
Those
Just a
chairs-
nice little peaceful scene before, the war kicks off again. And then we got Frau visiting Amuro, who's still in jail and who's still being a little bitch.
Yep.
And Ryu is like, was like, hey man, can you maybe stop? Like, I'll pilot Gundam if it comes there. He's like, then I'll run away. It's like,
Yeah, then I'll just
Amuro's
leaving for
become
good.
kind of a shit kid. This is not the protagonist
Yeah.
we saw in earlier episodes. He's got a
yeah,
little spark
and
to
then and Ryu like slams him up against the
Ryu just
wall.
jacks
off
him.
of- yeah, but off of the line, we don't really care about each other, do we? Like, Amuro hasn't really made connection, or doesn't acknowledge that he's made connection, and that's what pisses Ryu off. He's like, dude, we've been shot at together. Are you joking? Like,
And he's just like acting like this.
yeah.
He's got a little
But
bit of
for
a hot
some
head.
reason, yeah. But for some reason, we bring it up a couple times, mentioning that Matilda thought Amuro might be a psychic.
He's a psyker.
It's just I think we're just trying to bring that plot point back.
Do you think maybe she was just like saying he was a good pilot, or do you think that was literal?
I think all of this alluding to new types that you've done and all of the memes and stuff is, a little more 40K than you're letting on.
So we talked about it. Do you guys
Uh-huh.
remember what
The
Char's...
disappearing Christmas children? Yes, I
Well,
remember that.
Well, chronologically, the first time we heard this term was Char's dad in the first episode of The Origin, and Zeon Zoom
Yeah.
Daikun said, "Does anyone remember what he said exactly?"
Nah, man.
He said that gravity is weighing.
Schweigen. Gravity, Heigenschweigen, new type, Heigenschweigen, Psyker.
He
Space
said
noids.
gravity is weighing down humanity's souls, and to escape it, humans must go into space and become space noids, and then new types to truly ascend to humanity's limits. I'm paraphrasing, especially at the end there, but that's what all we know of new
Psychers.
types. Whatever that could mean. Does this seem like the kind of world that would have psychers in it?
Nah. But, space robots.
Not legally.
They're
So,
huffing all that fucking Minovsky particles.
but yeah, then we go back to the bridge. Hayato asking Bright if he would discharge Amuro, and the kind of whole conversation is like, nah, I have hope that he'll like grow up, because
Come
he
around,
didn't
yeah.
he didn't give Gundam to the Zeke when he could have. So like he obviously wasn't defecting. So those.
And then we cut to
Might just be
Ramba.
leaning on his rebellious, like it's just an angst,
Yeah. He's like, hey, listen, I need him to grow out of it, so he will grow out of it. Is pretty much what Bright's betting on here.
Yup.
Yeah, we get more of that later with Ryu and the whole tiger conversation. But then we get a bit of Ramba gets a message from Makuve that they're sending 3 DOMs, ground-based heavy mobile suits.
It's funny, you were asking last week, what were those things with the cross eyes? And it's like, oh,
Those
yep.
are DOMs.
Fucking DOMs.
Yeah. But so this is just a classic Gundam semantics thing, which I'm not sure if it's translation or what, but they say it a couple times, like in one of the exposition intros also. Makuve's mine has the world's largest mineral resources. just all of them, all the minerals,
All of the
largest
minerals.
deposit of all of them.
There's your dirt.
Well, you see,
Like-
in
Makuve has one.
Universal Century 001, the Earth Federation moved all of humanity's minerals, period, to Central Turkey,
I mean,
Eurasia.
I'll
No.
buy it that like Makuve's main mine is like the storehouse where all of these satellite mines are shuttling all of their stuff that they're then shooting up into space back to the sides. I'll buy that.
Yeah.
Like it's this thing with the world's single largest deposit, like storage, whatever, of all minerals. But
I could
it
also...
also seems that all these mines are like really spread out.
Yeah. I'd also hazard a guess that, especially from what we've seen from Earth Federation so far, maybe didn't think about optimizing multiple mines, especially if that one fleet that they took out at Loom was all of their battleships so far, and Zeon's mostly dominating space.
Yeah. But then we also get the first bits of Makuve scheming that Ramba knows too much and Giran can't know what they're really up to. So thanks, Freddy, foreshadowing you're not getting those DOMs.
What do you think they're really up to?
Osprus?
Him and Cassilia. I'll put it down right now. You will
Yeah,
never
I'd
see the Osprus.
Believe us first.
The Osprus is a thing that was kind of original to the 8th MS team. You will not see it elsewhere, but you'll see references outward to it.
I don't know. It was in a big fucking mountain, so.
Who knows? All right.
I don't know. He's building more of those frog ships so that he can be the new
Probably
Baron of
something
Earth.
stupid.
I don't know.
He does have purple
He's
hair.
doing something for Cassilia.
With 20 years younger, he could be 10 years younger, he could be the new Garma. He's got the same purple hair.
Could be. He could also be outfitting Cassilia with like a personal guard of souped up mobile suits that would suit her kind of spy, assassinate my brother ambitions.
You think betrayal? You think Cassilia would betray her brother? When she ever done that?
Of course. I think that's how she says hello.
Well, we cut away and we get to see Hayato, Kai, and 2 other jobbers just booking it.
This
Is
Defecting.
little
gone.
At 7:10, there's a line which cracks me up because Ryu is a goat. Ryu is like Bright's boy. Like, he's his day one there from the beginning, and they're talking about it, and they're like, what? Hayato and Kai escaped? And Ryu's like, yeah, they took a car with 2 other guys. And Bright's like, I'd never expect Hayato to do anything like this. And he's like, yeah, I totally expected it from Kai, though. Which he doesn't say.
I mean, yeah.
Also, sorry, same scene, but switching gears. Mirai and Bright totally getting married in the flash forward episode.
Yes.
What do you
Because
mean?
he also had some weird feelings toward Mirai. What do you think it could be? What?
What the two exclusively pupil people getting married and having exclusively pupil children? What do you mean?
Fantastic.
They're platonic friends. They're homies. That would be
Right.
unprofessional. Audience at home, keep it in your pants.
We go back to
They're not.
to Ramba, who realizes that he's just not getting reinforcements.
Dude, it sucks.
Like at least Makuve has a guy show up and be like, the ship blew up in transit, sir.
So I got a question for you. Where does he say it blew up?
I don't know. He says no DOMs arriving because like something
8:15.
in transit, whatever.
8:15.
The supply ship was destroyed just before entering Central Asia.
Central Asia. What's in Central Asia?
White base?
No, they're going towards Turkey.
The mine?
The mines?
Oh no,
Lots of
Odessa,
stuff, dude.
right?
Odessa's there. What do
I
you
feel like Central Asia is more like China, Mongolia.
Yeah. Who is operating in Central Asia right now?
Bro, 20 questions, or are you gonna tell me?
What was the first show we watched, the boys?
Okay,
Oh,
8th
yes.
MS team.
There is a possibility if he's not lying, that ship could have been killed by the 8th MS.
Of course
team
he's lying.
or somebody there.
He's absolutely
Oh, you
lying.
think they
Come
just
on.
didn't? You think they just didn't send
Makuve
it?
is like,
He
I don't
he
want
was
him
literally
there.
just like, we can't give him help. He knows too much. I gotta let him die. He's not gonna send help to him. He's like, I'm sending you help. Ha ha ha! I'm not sending anything. Like,
Alright.
come on. Of course he's lying.
Yeah, that was
It's
just my
Makuve.
little headcanon thing there. I will say you do start feeling really bad for Ramba because that was in the span of a day. That was probably 6 hours later. If it was like 3 a.m., they got word that like, hey, we're getting DOMs, and 6 hours later, Makuve's like, nah, tell him no.
no DOMs.
It seems like, if I have to ask, Zeon's been winning this war up to now. It's been 9 months, 10 months now of object victory from January to the occupation of Earth to everything before
I mean,
the
that's
show
what
to now.
happens when you take out your enemy's entire fleet in like the first battle,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you are the only one who possesses the new super weapon.
But they seem a little
Like-
resource starved, don't they? And they're sitting on this mine. What could possibly be
Yeah, man,
happening?
it's almost like Panzers aren't better than 15 Shermans. Having an industrial
one of these
base is
words.
better than having a better tank.
Good point.
Just
Yeah,
ask the
definitely.
Russians. If I can drown you in T-series tanks, I don't care how much front armor you have.
Yeah.
Eh,
All right. We'll put a pin in that. But yeah, Ramba and Crowley, you just feel so bad for him, even as the bad guys here. And there's a shot of Crowley watching this carrier ship that's not a DOP, but is like a transport. I don't have the name for it right now, but she's like, "Honey, I think we're in trouble." Is like the vibes of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't worry, Ramba's they're all guerrilla warfare specialists, so they're still gonna do the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ryu caught up to the deserting jobbers, which Hayato's reason is like, Amuro's back, so we don't have any reason to fight now. Like, does not make sense to me. Whatever, but they're gonna go join up with another Federation unit when they're behind enemy lines.
Yeah, I don't know what they're
Perfect
planning here.
analogy.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
teenagers. I think they were arguing more that like it's less that Amuro's back. It's like Bright is putting so much focus on Amuro, he's gonna get us
Yeah.
killed. And we need to get out of here before we get murked in this war. is the big thing.
Yup.
Bride is doing a very good job of reasonably handling their secret military weapon getting stolen, but he's not doing too great of a job of emotion managing, which he's a military guy. It's not supposed to, but most of these kids are civvies.
Yeah, but speaking of an actual military man, Ramba's got a good plan and a cool little battle board there.
Yeah, right? D&D on that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, red
but
background.
QEs like
All right.
QE.
Yeah.
Let's
Even I sent a message to
pull
Miles
it
about these
up.
fucking things.
Who wants to open it
Yeah.
up and read a little bit?
Dude, it's like somebody tried to turn a Toblerone bar into a tank.
Can anyone read?
I
Can anyone read?
imagined one of the podiums from Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'll read this nonsense. QE CUI because of course
I
it is.
never would have guessed.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
What am I reading here?
Personal carrier for the mobile suit. Let's just read a little bit of technology and characteristics.
Designed by Xeon to transport infantry soldiers equipped with personal jets who would deploy once close enough to an enemy target. Stood on 2 platforms extending from the center of the vehicle. It was propelled by 3 treads, 1 in the center, 2 on the ends. Driver operated the vehicle from a cabin in the center, lightly armed with only a single 2-barrel machine gun for defense. And there's a space variant.
Yeah, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you actually saw this before. This was in the 8th MS team. It's there as a little screenshot under Qui Transport in the Gauze hangar. This is the Gundam wiki page for the CUI.
I just thought that was a interior wall.
Yep, that is a machine.
What it looks like. I mean, honestly, it's not a mangonel, is it? No, that's a catapult. There's a name for it, but I mean, this is basically like old school storming the castle. Like, get a bunch of cowhide on a frame and hold it above you so you don't get shot by arrows while you're walking up to the wall.
Well, if you look at that illustration I just gave you there, it actually kind of is exactly that with the space variant.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's really the best they could come up with for a troop transport. I mean, it's not. It worked.
It's arrow shaped.
I'll give them that. It
Toblerone
worked.
Tower.
Yes, Toblerone Tower is now its official name.
All right. We'll add you. We'll give you a credit for that. Toblerone.
Yeah,
Tower.
but yeah, the Toblerone Towers are moving in, so we got to stop beating up Kai, and then Hayato and the boys go back with Ryu to help White Base. And of course, Kai's the last one to get in the car and go back.
I love that little moment. And he's like, "Man, I'm cold," and they're like, "Kai, get your ass in." He's like, "Fine."
Get your ass in the car.
Get in the car, Shinji.
Yeah.
So Ramba is just like helmet off, just riding on top of this like he's Jack Sparrowing his tank now. Just riding on top, just love it. The wind whipping my face. This is what war is about.
Dude, he's so good. The filmmaker side of me would be.
I love it.
The filmmaker side of me would be remiss to bring up the editing here. We get this nice cross-cutting between just contrasting Amuro suiting up the best he can in his little prison brig chamber, and then Ramba here on top of his Kui going to war. I like that.
Yeah, that comes right after this line. It's commercial break, and then I have that intercut with Amuro putting on his uniform, and then shadow boxing. It's just Zeeks are coming.
They're coming.
But you brought up editing, so Miles.
Yes, sir.
We'll just disciplines breaking down. The sensor ops finally got names. I don't know if we got their names before, but they finally got named. Seems they are actually pretty good at their job because just Sayla can't cover it.
Yeah.
The Zeeks are coming in. There's a Zaku on the port side, and they launch Sayla.
Yeah,
her shield disappears when she takes a shot.
Let me check this.
She launches with the shield on her back. She aims, and when she aims, the shield is not on her back anymore. Like when she launches with it in her arm, it's
You're
not on her
right.
back anymore. It's gone.
It went to the
It's just
same
gone.
to the Optimus Prime trailer dimension. You know, Optimus Prime's G1 Optimus's trailer
Fucking
just disappears.
Yeah.
Golden pocket.
Matter compression.
But then we get our first moment of why are these children on the bridge in the middle of a combat scenario? Kiki and the kids are just like, hey, look, isn't that the
Yeah.
buggy? Why are they out there?
Why the fuck are you up here?
Yeah.
At 15,
But then we let Amuro out to
Yeah,
work the portside guns.
we let Armorod out to work the portside guns, and I just thought about it. What does Frau do during these battles?
She's
Cheerlead?
supposed to be managing the children, I would
Okay.
imagine.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why they were running amok on the bridge.
Yeah.
Well,
But Miles,
Yes,
we
sir.
need to address this.
yes, sir.
This series of dialogue lines. What are those? I think they're tanks. You're right. I think those type are meant for hand-to-hand combat.
I do not have an
Miles.
answer for you. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Like, it's just such an all your base or belong to us moment. Like, I get the intention, but like close quarters combat.
It is probably supposed to
Yeah.
be close quarters combat, but they chose hand to hand.
Like-
I'm trying to look it up.
Well, that's I'm curious what it is in Japanese. If they make a distinction between hand-to-hand and close quarters combat in Japanese, or if this is some more archaic Japanese phrasing
I'd bet
that
money on
wouldn't
that.
be making that distinction.
I can't prove it. I'm not going to claim it, but I'd bet money.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Which then, sure, I'll give it to you
I
for.
don't remember.
They said the thing. Like whatever, I'll give that to you.
I don't
But
remember.
I'm still gonna make fun of you for it. Because then we have. You don't think they're gonna fight with sidearms, do you? Yeah. Yeah, I
Coming from
think they
Kai
will,
of all
Kai.
people too.
I think they will, Doc. You're gonna have to grab a gun, kill some people.
Sayla improved, by the way. She gets off one Zaku
She
head,
takes ankle rockets to the face immediately.
but she snipes a Zaku. She got
Yeah,
one.
she does headshot Azaku, and I'll give you that she doesn't like pass out from the G-forces this time.
I'm gonna let you know there is going to be a point in Gundam when it is going to stop being, I'm a woman, I'm struggling to pilot the mobile suit. You're gonna see some demons. You're gonna see some lady
Finally.
killers at some point. promise.
Speaking of, we have an unnecessary use of the word penetration when we're sending all fighters to aft to stop their penetration. Lots of shots of running through hallways with guns.
Yeah, so Ramba
and
roused
shooting at people.
guys jetpack onto the white base.
Yeah, and tactical genius. He tells them to charge in where there's less fire. Great advice.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Clamp team.
I actually kind of like his plan's good. His plan's solid.
That's pretty,
It
pretty
works.
sound.
I love Homeboy Clamp walking up to the window like, are there kids here? Kids shouldn't be here, and then placing the C4
it's
on the glass
hilarious.
right next to them.
Yeah, like you're just gonna put this
Someone
block
get
of
this kid
C4
out of
in
here.
front
This
of
is
your
where my
face.
C4 goes.
And it blows up like
Put
2
this
seconds
4-year-old
later,
in front of
too.
my
Yeah.
C4.
So we, by the way, Tom
I
asked
did
me.
notice.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did note that the Feddies are using laser weaponry. That Miles said the casings that are coming out of that are like spent E caps.
Yeah, it's called
like little,
E-caps.
little batteries.
They're batteries.
But the Zeeks are using like proper gunpowder
Projectile?
weaponry. It seems.
Yeah. Zeke's it's still the same. Zaku's for the most part use physical ammunition, and then Zeon use physical ammunition, same as their Zaku's do, and Federation has laser weaponry, which the big lasers are supposedly as strong as battleship weapons, which is insane. I do not think these hand rifles that the Fetty guys are holding on the white base are as powerful as a battleship laser, but I don't know.
It seems to be working.
Yeah.
Um,
Goes through
but
Ryu
then
pretty
we
good.
have my favorite debate. Sexist or honorable? Of Frau rounds a corner with a pistol, draws on Ramba Ral, like totally could have pulled the trigger and shot him. He had the choice, and his choice was
And he just
slap it
butts it
right out
away.
of her hand.
This
And
guy
then,
doesn't like
I'll
killing.
take you out if you carry a gun. Now go hide somewhere safe. Like,
I'm gonna put it up to a like 10% sexist. A man doesn't fight a woman, but 90% I'm not gonna kill this kid. This kid doesn't know how to fight.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because his
Yeah,
wife
it's
is
just,
also
I
Miss
enjoy it. I just
Superwoman.
enjoy that debate.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. His common law wife is Miss Superwoman.
Yeah, you can't have that debate with Ramba Ral.
Yeah.
But then Amro's gets disarmed and is fighting hand to hand with a Zeke adult who
Heck yeah.
still has
Yeah.
a gun, and he's like full anime hug tackling him, and then just Bright comes along and just shoots the guy in the head.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like, "Yo,
hold
go
on.
get in Gundam and do your job."
Let's not forget his stupid cross. I don't know what the fuck.
Crosshand? Hey, he's doing. I'm not. This. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. I'm not sure.
1913.
I'm not sure if you've ever had to like fight an adult when you're like 15, 16. I don't know what it is. I was certainly not an athlete, but it is a feat at that age going against a grown up, even as like a young kid, like mid puberty, and like your body's changing. So the fact Amuro was able like to hold up that good was like he's in shape. He's in shape.
Yeah, that.
Don't-
Just
you
the-
don't- No, the cross chop.
yeah, the
Crosswalk.
cross job.
No, I'm not. Yeah. I was just saying I would not be in good enough shape. Thinking back to me at 15, 16, playing Destiny 2 all day with my arms to resist that. So
I would
Oh,
just
man,
do what
don't-
Denji does. Kick him in the nuts.
Don't underestimate a feral teenager, man.
Dude, I was
Jump on
not
like-
feral. I was lame.
You were tame
Well-
as fuck.
yeah.
You didn't grow up in the woods.
Yeah, I didn't grow up in the woods.
No, you grew up
We grew up in Kent, Washington, bro.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, Bright comes in, shoots him in the head.
Yeah, and then we get Ramba and the boys who are like, "Hey, man, do you think it's weird that like we've only been fighting kids on our way in here?"
Yeah.
But yeah, Ramba's just like, "They must be short-handed. Time to go. Pop smoke." But Ryu's here, and then
And-
we get
Have a moment.
Sayla comes out, also with a gun. Ramba freezes,
And we
recognizes
here
her,
we go.
We have
immediately
a-
calls her Your
Oh.
Highness.
We have a flashback to what
Yeah.
we know as a moment during the origin. Super canon
Yeah.
that part.
But she doesn't remember him until he gives like that whole story, which makes sense. She was like super young at the
Mhm.
time.
hey,
And went through a lot of other
Yeah.
trauma.
you know what this would also be? If you were watching the show in 1979, this is all new information. You're like, what? Sayla's a princess? Ramba knew
It's
her?
true.
What the heck's going
That's
on?
fair.
Information that would be elaborated in books, in magazines at the time. But
Well, and we would also have indirectly gotten more information about Char,
yeah.
and that Sayla is referred to him as her brother. But yeah, then Ramba gets winged because Ryu's here.
Yeah. Let's
And-
not forget the
He's a-
monkey man in the room.
He's a
Yeah.
big man, but he's capable.
Yeah, and then he gets gut shot in his big man gut.
I got shot in
it
the
seems
shoulder.
like he gets. Oh, I don't. Well,
Or
the
talking
way
Ramba.
He gets
Ramba
blasted
got
in
winged,
several
Ryu
places.
got gut shot, especially with the way he was like laid up.
Moving. He got, I think, gut, shoulder,
yeah.
and general torso.
They both got shot up
Hmm.
because Ramba doesn't do well after this.
Yeah.
And you know.
But Sayla pulls her gun, and that's when Ramba leaves. They're starting to radio to Haman. He's like, I like his line though. In the middle of a fight, Ramba Ral forgot to fight.
That's a good line.
That's a good outline
That's
for
good.
him. Starts to mention Artesia, and then Amuro just shoots out the radio, just the entire radio room. Just
Yeah.
all the red shirts are down. And
Yeah, they
Ramba
just
all
get
standing there all
blasted.
dramatic. Like,
Just
Ramba's the only
gone.
one who succeeded on his saving throw. Everyone else is not
Yup.
pro.
Yeah. To think that my opponents were less than half my age.
Dude,
How
I love
ironic.
it. You'll see the fate that awaits true warriors. Watch closely, and then just
Man is
pulls the
just
pin
fate.
and jumps.
And we know the Federation,
Like-
at least our Western military, I'd say American parallel, treats prisoners of war pretty well, at least by World War II standards.
Yeah. No,
He wouldn't have been beaten.
No.
You've been fine.
It's also like his men wouldn't have been any worse off if he was like there was no reason for him to do that other than like
Pure shock.
I was
and
going on a suicide
traumatizing
run
children.
and it's gonna be a suicide run. Like I'd like to that Amuro tries to catch him and like right at the moment
Just-
when he's like, I caught you, boom.
Boom.
Great.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great. Just spits,
Yeah.
pulled pin, dies.
Yeah, and no time for Sayla to have her like 5 seconds of grief because Haman just comes charging in with just firing at Amuro.
In the gallop, and they blow up the
yeah.
gallop, and a piece of it ejects. And I just wanted to point out,
Yeah.
a lot of Xeon
This
machines
stupid ass bridge.
have
A lot of
bridge
Xeon machines,
ejections.
yeah, they do have that makes sense though for people who spend all of their time in space. Like, make all of your vehicle inside of space vehicle
Yeah.
or around space vehicle. Like,
Makes sense.
It also
I just
seems
hate
to
that it
be...
comes out the side.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Like, look where it ejects from.
yeah, interesting episode. I didn't expect my man Ramba to go down so fast, but solid out for him. How many times are we gonna get a soldier or a quote unquote soldier goes down and then their love has to avenge them? This seems to be.
Tom, I'm gonna let you
it's
know.
happened twice now.
Tarantino likes feet. Tomino likes lovers avenging other lovers. You will see this for years.
Tomino likes a lot of things. Speaking of,
Yeah,
Episode
episode 20, Sorrow and Hatred.
sorrow and hatred.
Jesus.
New exposition intro.
Yes, sir.
We mentioned Mikuve base, mentioned Odessa offensive, and mentioned White base intending to join that offensive. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen, kids.
You don't think they're gonna make
probably
it?
Nah, man.
Not at the end of 21.
But who knows? It's Gundam.
Probably.
And all our problems could be solved in 20 minutes. But we open on Hot
They
Windy
will.
Desert,
Yes, sir.
bug base, one Zaku, and only the crappy turret part of the nonsense
Of the
flying
Magella
tanks.
attacks, yeah, it looks like they're
I
under.
refuse to call them that.
They're under resources. They're under resourced. The machine they're on. I don't think we need to read this. The machine they're on is called a Samson. It is a carrier.
Bro, it's a
tank.
truck.
It's a truck.
Tom.
They call it a flatbed.
Tom, I got bad news for you. That is also the flying vehicle.
I
That
hate
top
you
part
so
comes
much.
off, and
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember
I
seeing the
hate it.
Sam.
and
I
it can
hate it.
flies. But it is a
hate
truck
it.
that also has a flying front
It does.
part.
It does attack. It does attack during the scene. I hate it so
Yeah,
much.
here's the toy.
It makes sense though. It's the cab of your semi truck. Why wouldn't your semi truck space vehicle? Why not? Why not, man?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
It's literally a space semi truck with machine guns on top. Like not even machine guns, like top mounted
No.
ball turrets.
Yep.
It just okay.
Xeons make some dumb
Okay.
shit.
I really am there with you of like it's just Minovsky's drawer of all the dumb ideas he had and discarded, and they're like, we have some great intel here. Minovsky left behind so many designs for us.
You know, it's funny. We're actually moving towards Minovsky. He's on Earth chilling in the Ukraine right now. He's got a little house
Interesting.
in the Ukraine. He's just chilling in, canonically.
Yeah, Also canonically, Common's coming out of the shower.
Yeah. She lady
But yeah,
shower.
she's got her lady
war
colored
suit.
combat gear.
Yeah, he got his
Yeah.
her husband, her common law husband got her a nice violet colored uniform specifically for her
Yeah.
before he blew up.
See, what I love though is like it was kind of a suicide mission before, and now it's like definitely a suicide mission. And she's still like, yeah, we're going in, we're doing that. But we jump to White Base, who is also not in a great spot. Low on parts, ammo, and the ship is just super beat
Fucked
up.
up.
Everybody's in a bad position right now, really.
A bunch of injured people, some dead jobbers, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Not Job
Dead
John.
cannon
Though.
fodder.
Not Job John. Job John lives though. Other jobbers.
No. But the stupid robot lives too, and it makes sure to let Ryu know that
Ryu
he's
know
in
that
bad
he's-
shape.
Ryu's in
Fucked
bad
up.
shape. Ryu's in bad shape.
Yeah.
Shut up, Haro. No.
Yeah.
Fuck
But
you.
one bright side is that Amuro went back to the brig without complaining, so like maybe he grew a
Cool.
little bit.
Maybe. I
Who knows?
love this shot.
Maybe
of
this will be a
Hayato.
growth episode for him. Maybe he'll be traumatized again. Maybe everyone will.
By the end of this episode.
Free character development, man. Free character development.
It's for everybody.
But then we get Hamon's rousing speech and brief flashback and internal monologue.
I
But it's
love
the
that.
whole like I'll only take volunteers trope. But she goes along, shakes the hand of every man that's coming along,
And
and
says
names
their
each one
name.
of them.
Yeah.
Like, I do really like that. But honestly, Hamon and Ramba are, other than Char, who is just, I mean, he stands alone. But
Wherever he is.
Ramba and Hamon are really interesting characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
I
funny.
like them.
If you grew up watching Power Rangers or Super Sentai in Japan, you're familiar with Villain of the Week, which is there's a new monster that they have to fight on the show and beat in the week. Gundam does something interesting where there's not an overarching villain by like major arc. There is no Frieza or Cell or Majin Buu, but there's like villain of a section. There's Ramba. You'll be fighting Char for about 5 to 9 episodes, and then Char will go away, and you'll be fighting Ramba for about 5 to 9 episodes, and then it's the Makube era. They're bunched up, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Instead of being just one-off episode villains, which we haven't really seen yet, or being big major arc villains.
But then we get another classic trope of the injured soldier who refuses to stay in bed.
Dude,
as,
Yeah.
wandering around, who just incapable of standing.
it's implied he gets sent to bed, leaves, and gets back in like 5 different times. At least 3.
Like so many different times.
Yeah, but Ryu's also going around giving like, I'm probably gonna die. I should probably tell you what's on my mind. You need to sit down
Say
and
some
actually
last
talk to
words.
Amuro instead of just assuming he knows what you want. He's
Yeah.
a kid. But yeah,
Is Rio the oldest one here?
I would say he is. He's definitely acting
I would-
like it.
Yeah.
Rio Jose, by the way, he's supposed to be Latino. Ryu
Fair.
Jose is Ryu, by the way. No, he's
Well, he's
18.
burnt now.
That's crazy. He's 18. He's a year younger than Bright, actually. So Bright's still his rank is a sergeant, and he became lieutenant posthumously. So spoilers for 20 minutes from now, he dies.
Yeah, so I mean, Ryu shows up at Amuro's, like laying on Amuro's door to talk to him. Like, seems to be kind of like trying to broker a peace with him and Bright.
Right, yeah.
But this is the like real inkling of like he's like really struggling to talk, and he's talking like he's gonna die.
I like
But
the
then Stella
line.
finds him, and it's like, "Hey, Frau, we gotta get him back to medical." Like he got out again.
Gotta take him back. Sorry, keep on going.
But then we get Hamon's plan is the drill attack. They're gonna surround
yes.
them, find a weak spot, and then concentrate on that spot. Okay.
Only that
Um,
spot.
They know survivability is low. It's like, yeah, she just gave you a whole suicide mission speech.
Hmm.
Zaku's like Kai and Hayato are already outside, but Zaku fully gets the drop on them. And then Guntank just can't move at all. It's just completely borked.
Immobilized.
Yeah. The dumb flying tanks come in and just start popping shots at people.
What, you mean the DOP? You can't stop the DOP? Oh
It's
no,
not
it was
a
the
DOP.
Magella attack. The Magella attack.
Yeah, it's the
Magella,
turrets. They don't have proper air anymore. But yeah, the Zaku's just popping around, being a nuisance. Ryu is like, "Hey, let Amuro out." Right? It's like, he's like, "Dude, let Amuro out."
Like, let him go.
And then Sayla's like, "Come on, man, please, like, let Amuro, give me the code, let Amuro out."
I'll take responsibility.
I
Yeah.
love Kai and Hayato strictly being our Piccolo and like Yamcha, like our Z Fighter equivalents. We're like, hey, you're not gonna take out any major villains, but you are there to show the lengths at which these enemies can be. They're strong fighters here, as the gun tank and the gun cannon really
Yeah,
can't do
Kai
much.
just gets worked
Yeah,
all the time.
Yep.
Um,
Almost every situation.
yeah, and then Hamon's coming in with the bug base, and we get a commercial break. 3 engines are down on white base. It's not doing good.
it's not great at all.
Yeah, all your mechanics are in sick bay, so repairs aren't done.
Slow.
No Gundam.
Negligible.
So Amuro launches just the core fighter. And I do like that, like Bright's just like, whatever, Amuro's just gonna do whatever he wants. Like, I can't just tell him what to do. It's like, stop it.
I'll be real. Those two butting heads is actually starting to become mutual now. Like it's
Yeah.
been Amuro is in the wrong. Amuro's still like 90% in the wrong, but it's like Bright, come on. give
And
him
now
proper
Bright's
orders.
just being butthurt.
Yeah.
And he's being a bit petty, yeah. It's so funny.
It's just like, dude, you're supposed to be in command. Like, stop. And we're doing mid-air conversions because, you know,
Style
we're
points
gonna
and
do
shit.
it. Yeah, but Amuro's got this whole bit of he's talking to the guy and he's like, "No, do it. Like, trust me, man. Just do it. Like, it'll work." It's like, sure. Let's try it your way, sir." He's like, "Wow." And he's regular military too. Dude, what did you think the military was? Like people not following orders? It's just a bunch of dudes fighting? Like I found it hilarious of Amuro being like, "Huh, I guess that's what happens when everyone listens to someone."
Crazy concept.
Yeah. I also love the decision to send Frau to the starboard guns, but make sure you put a helmet on so it doesn't hurt your eardrums.
He also
I do like that we get a shot of her on the guns later too.
if I'm reading this right, that must be wrong. No. I must be wrong. Keep on going.
We get a mention of the hyper magnet, which I assume is the levitating nonsense. Ryu's out of bed again, and another wounded guy is like, "Yo, man, like you're worse off than me, and I'm not getting out of bed. Like, what are you doing?" It's like, "Well, dude, if we all die, like it's not gonna matter how injured I am." It's, oh, good point.
Yeah, valid.
Yeah. But Ryu takes off in the little 4-wheeler thing. He's like, "I'm gonna get gun tank moving." Sure, buddy. Amuro's launched, doing work in the core fighter, and then midair conversion.
There conversions.
Yeah, Zaku is just heat hawking white base. just
to town on
smash. So Amuro's like, "I'm gonna have to go hand to hand." Which
Wrong
is really
episode.
just heat hawk to sword. I'm pretty sure he says it. I'm pretty sure he says I'm gonna have to go hand to hand.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think he
he
says
says
something
it, yeah.
along those lines, yeah.
Yeah. But Hammond's plan, it seems, or Crowley Hammond, whatever, Hammond Crowley.
Well, yeah, we won't be talking about her for a while. You can call her what you want. If
Yeah.
I remember here.
Yeah.
But her plan is just charge the bug base filled with explosives and just blow white base up, which is like that also seems like it would that seems like you could have done that when you had more guys.
She also has
Why didn't you do that?
Magella attacks on top of the machine. 3 Magella attack tops.
Yeah. And Amuro tries to like football drill dummy stop it and face cannons, and then the Zaku just comes in and it's like, how about heat hawk to your lumbar? Which I like they make attacks on mobile suits as if they were immobilizing a real human. Like, I'll take out his legs and then he can't move. It's like I don't know. Nobody has tried to headshot Gundam yet, but like we headshot Zaku's all the time.
Yeah. By the way, they all have cameras that are outside of the head, by the way. So it is possible to see with your head destroyed. I think it just immobilizes Zaku.
Yeah. No, I like that it, like I'm saying, he like hits him in the spine with the axe, and Amuro of course the reaction is like, oh, my spine. It's like, bro, you're in a cockpit. I think I mentioned it last episode, but I like that when Amuro gets hit with explosions, he gets bounced to the left, bounced to the right, and then shakes it off and returns fire.
He lifts the fucking Zaku.
Oh yeah. He lifts the Zaku and then throws it at that stupid flying tank. Loved that. That was fun.
But we reached the moment.
Yeah, we get it was a blue filter with Ramba, and it's a red filter with Crowley here. Since first I saw him. Real interesting read on some of these lines.
Very interesting.
Yeah, but we seem to be, at least within the universe of the show, putting more emphasis on pilot skill now.
Yep.
Elaborate. That pilot skill matters more. I can't remember exactly what she said, but it's like that pilot seems really skilled, or like he must be what. But Crowley says something along the line, like putting more emphasis on pilot skill.
Oh, so do you think it's do y'all let's talk for a second. Do you think it's more as Ryu is barreling through the air about to kamikaze himself? Do you think it's more pilot, or do you think it's more learning computer? Because all of these things have a learning computer. The Gundam is just the best.
I mean, it seems to be, but we also have the classic story thing of like, you need your super capable main hero, you need your red shirt to get killed, and if you don't have a red shirt that can get killed, you need like a Karen to bounce around and blow arms off and stuff.
Well, we reached the moment, the saddest moment in a long time, since I accidentally spoiled it with that Goof Troop video a few episodes ago. But Ryu.
Oh yeah, Ryu just kamikazing the warfighter, and there's a flying tank turret about to shoot Amuro in the back at point blank range, which I feel like there's no flares or anything you can eject from the back. Like, come on, guys.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing. You can't activate the porcupine. Yeah. But yeah, Ryu's dead now. And Amuro's just like, come on, stop joking. Ryu's injured. That couldn't have been him. Come on. Stop joking. You're joking, right? You're joking, right?
Just loses it.
Well, everyone loses it, which fair.
It's fair, yeah.
This is the guy.
First named character. It's the first named character who's been killed.
Yeah, this is the first named non-Zeon character to be killed. Because we've seen Ramba.
No, we definitely lost several jobbers.
Well, I said named. I said named.
Attack. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. It's
yeah.
like this is we definitely lost some people, but they didn't have names, so they're not worthy of our grief.
Yeah.
All right. This
Correct.
is the first named character, so everyone cry with us.
Ryu was really kind of the glue of the white base. This group here.
Without you really noticing it until he's dead, and then everyone's like, "Wow, I wish Ryu were here."
Right.
I got-
Everyone.
I got a question for you. I got a question.
Who's this random blonde kid who's crying harder than everyone else?
Well, we met him last time. We talked
That's
about
Job
him.
John.
That's Job John.
Oh,
And
that's Job John.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is
I'm
indeed
glad you brought him up, Tom, because this transitions
no.
to something very
You activated
fascinating.
his trap card.
So this is Job John. He's another hand on the white base. We assume he was a civilian at a certain point. He is in a pilot suit because he was actually helping out with the core fighters sometimes in several different episodes.
Yep, and Ryu tricked him out of there.
Yeah, and Ryu
And
basically,
tricked Hayato into letting him launch. Which,
yeah.
come on, Hayato.
So I said something about Job John last time as he's here weeping really hard because I guess off screen him and Ryu they're like bros, like they had a good connection here. He feels especially guilty because he was the man who let Ryu take off. Do y'all remember what I said about Job John last time?
Yes.
Nah, dude, I forgot
Fucking
Job John
no.
existed.
What-
I thought
Yeah,
you were
I remember.
joking when you said his name earlier.
What did I say, Kenny?
He's the creator of the Formula 90 Gundam or F90
All right,
Gundam, if I'm
cool,
correct.
cool. By the way, Kenny is now promoted. He is now where we have it in here. Kenny has now obtained the role of Lance Corporal
Teal.
along with the rest
This
of
is
the
a
guys.
curly blonde man named Job John.
The Job John.
I was
What-
not going to remember that.
Welcome to Lance Corporal. It's fine. It's fine. You can now suggest lyrics. Okay, ceremony over. Let me just put that in my notes.
Wait, everyone's the same rank as me? This is unacceptable.
Yeah. Fuck you. I was here first.
Anyways, Job John created the Formula 90 Gundam, and I'll show it to you guys. So this is very far into the future. We'll get to there someday. Take a look at
Magic
that.
Foresight.
Don't look too close at the page, but take a look at that Formula 90 Gundam. What are your initial thoughts on that versus the F90, which we see?
Dude, it's
right
so curvy. They added so many
Yeah,
more
of course.
polygons.
Yeah, if you go to that page, you'll actually see a bunch of really cool.
It doesn't have a shield.
It doesn't have a shield.
It has 2 swords.
What is it missing that the Gundam has?
A shield.
Yeah, well,
shield.
it actually kind of does, but you can't even comprehend that right now. It has a shield. The
Dude,
F90
if we have
Gundam.
force fields, I'm gonna throw up in my mouth if we have
Doesn't
force
have
fields.
Vulcan cannons?
It does have Vulcan cannons, as far as I'm aware.
Oh.
A core fighter? I don't know. Its
It
chest looks really
does
bulgy.
not have a core fighter or core block system. The F90 Gundam is one continuous machine. Job John designed the Formula 90 Gundam. Why does he not have a jet machine in the F90 Gundam?
Because he
Probably
doesn't want to
dumb.
lose friends anymore.
It is my headcanon that
Oh, it's your headcanon. Okay.
it is never been written down, but this works so well. Job John made the Formula 90 Gundam way years later down the line from where we are now as an old man, and didn't include a core fighter system so that his a situation like what happened to his friend would never happen again. That's me being sentimental. That's not canon. Don't scream at me, Reddit. But I
Should have made a new version of a gun tank.
Maybe we will see those. Who knows?
Someone died.
but
I'm just saying, it doesn't make any sense.
that is
Making it so that the pilot of Gundam can't get in or out in core fighter mode, that wouldn't have saved Ryu. If you had given it like 3 times the back armor, sure, then Ryu wouldn't have needed to kamikaze himself. But this doesn't save your friend.
I feel like there were a lot of other options than Ryu kamikazing himself.
There had to have been.
Could have just, I don't know, shot her.
maybe. Also, there's
It was out of ammo. It was out of ammo, and we said that a couple times. We made sure to let you know that everyone was out of ammo.
How could I have forgotten?
How could you have forgotten that the Japanese always have one in the chamber?
Also, also a billion different variations of Mr. F90 Gundam, as you may see there if you go to that notes page. But we'll keep it
Yeah.
moving.
But,
Back
yeah.
in 0079, Ryu is gone.
And
how
everyone's
long?
crying and saying it's my fault.
Yup.
And Amuro, of all people, is being the only sensible one and saying, it's like, nah, it's all of us. Like, we all messed up. And then Bright just fully breaks down.
Yeah. Well,
Just fully loses it.
he's alone with
Oh,
all
yeah.
these teenagers now.
The only one who's like,
Yeah.
the only one with military experience is gone.
All I've got is Mirai, and I'm trying to bang her.
Oh, do you think?
Stuck with all the useless ones.
Well, no, Bright is still struggling with what's this weird feeling? My heart beats really fast in my chest when I look at her.
Do you guys?
Is this what they call love?
That's fascinating. Do you guys think Bright had a normal childhood growing up, or do you think he went right into military?
He's in the fucking military. No, he didn't have a normal childhood.
I don't. Also, I mean, define normal.
That's fair.
Pre-Universal Century, the world kind of was like ours for the most part, besides space.
Well, no, I mean, like, I don't think he had an especially sheltered upbringing. I don't know if he grew up on. He probably grew up on a side under Federation control with like typical Fedi mom and dad, 2.5 kids and a dog equivalent. Like, I think he had a very vanilla milquetoast upbringing.
Yeah, we actually do not know anything about Bright's upbringing at the moment, besides that he was 19 years old when the war started, and we can assume his birthday. That is fascinating that you think he was born on a colony. We'll talk more about colonies in a second. But
I didn't say born. I say grew up.
grew up? Okay, grew up. All right.
But yeah, he's begging Ryu's ghost to tell him what to do. And Sayla's like, all right, guys, let's do it for Ryu. We gotta keep on going and find a way to end this war. We get the line from Amuro of, we have no choice but to keep going on, which echoes. And then we pull back and welcome to Sotheby's. Our next oil painting at auction is White Base at Sunset in Desert with Flaming Wreckage. We will start the bidding at $5,000.
It's a beautiful ending visual.
It is. It is. That's why we're starting the bidding at $5,000.
That's pretty good. I like that.
If there's one thing Mr. Tomino is good at, he's good at many things, but if there's one thing, he knows how to have a great final image. I'd say that.
I'll give him that. It didn't end with Oboe this time.
Whoa.
This time.
Just children death.
Yeah.
Just check my notes. Well, he's an 18-year-old.
And the smoldering wreckage of your enemies.
Special note,
right.
by the way, before we end, and I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up. Unfortunately, Ryu's actual voice actor did pass away a few years ago. Make sure I have.
He was Nappa?
He was the voice of
The
Nappa.
fucking Get a Robo.
Oh,
God
Big
damn
K
it.
and Gedarobo. Shozo Izuka. A lot of things. He was a legend. Anyone who was the big guy in most things, he played.
Fair.
Yeah.
Big guy energy.
Big guy energy. I think he may have been in for you, Kenny. I think he was in one of the Yakuza. No, he wasn't. But yeah. Rest in peace, dude. He was a friggin' legend. He's also played Jumba in the Japanese Lilo and Stitch, which works
God
perfect.
damn it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah. Episode 21. The Trap of Makuve.
Yeah. All right. So I have something crazy to tell you as we have our new intro thing. Canon check. I bet you weren't
That
expecting
4 sides weren't destroyed.
Yeah. So we'll get to that. So the beginning of
Yeah.
episode 21 starts talking about how these sides were destroyed, and this is actually our first like full-on explanation of how sides work outside of it. And one of the things that's brought up is that war brought out between the Earth Federation and the Principality of Xeon. By the way, Tomino likes to drip feed stuff like this. He loves drip feeding gradual information. When we get to Victory Gundam, you'll really see that. He doesn't like to tell things at once. But he mentions that Side 3 is Xeon. That used to be Mundo. And then Side 6 is neutral territory. And Sides 1, 4, 5, and 2 were obliterated and destroyed. That is not accurate at all. And I actually don't know what's up here, unless this was retconned later in this very show. So, to go over a few things, and interrupt me here if you have any questions at all. Side 5 is Loom. That is where Char Azbel famously had his battle, where he destroyed 5 battleships. Is actually the closest one to being accurate here. It was utterly devastated by Xeon and can kind of be equivocated to Dresden or Nanking or Hiroshima and Nagasaki in World War One. Remember, these sides are a collection of colonies. They're not individual colonies like the show makes them out to be. But almost every single colony in Side 5 is a ruin, and it's pretty much just a ruin of space debris. There are Side 5 colonies that remain, but for the most part, billions of lives lost there. Okay? As for Sides 1, 2, and 4, which are called Zon, Hate, and more, I'll put those names right there. They're shown and said to be destroyed here, but they're very much not. They're almost all just occupied or annexed by Xeon at this point. So Side 2 is where good old Shiro and Mikael from the 8th MS team are from. That's also the side where the big colony drop on Sydney, Australia happened with Island Ifish. But as far as we know, those colonies are either that... Everything in Side 6 is neutral, Fetty controlled or Xeon controlled. There are still billions to millions of people living in Side 2. As for Side 1 and 4, we don't really know much about them besides the fact that they took losses. Side 1 was actually one of the earliest sides attacked. You see there because of its proximity to the moon. But they totally exist now and years in the future. Think of them like the Philippines or Vietnam or Indonesia during World War II when Imperial Japan took those. Yeah, they're not in great condition, but they're still there. Side note number 1, most Gundam characters we meet are either from Earth, Xeon, which is Side 3, Side 2, or Side 6. We rarely, if ever, meet anyone from Sides 1 or 4. Side 2, by the way, note number 2, construction, their number appears to correlate to when they were constructed. So the oldest colonies are on Side 1, and Side 7, which is where our first episode took place in, was pretty much just one military base. That is the end of my little canon check. So this whole little opening sequence is weirdly inaccurate. And unless the both English dub and subtitles are wrong, no, these colonies were not decimated. They're just annexed and devastated. All right, into my TED Talk.
Cool. So yeah, post-expo intro, we have Amuro fighting goofs and destroying mining equipment. But then Bright is sweating and freezing, and I thought it was just that he lost confidence, but then we go first person and it's out of focus, and oh no, he's collapsed.
Homeboy's not doing too
what
well.
do we do?
Overextended himself.
Yeah, what's hilarious is he's suffering from exhaustion, sir. Which, great, okay. I would have accepted the fever was enough. You didn't need to tell me he's suffering from exhaustion, sir. But yeah, Makuve's got his regular report, which is just numbers rapidly flashing across the screen. And then he wants to know why mining base 87 and 86 have been taken out, even though they had defenses.
We also kind of start a medias res here with Gundam taking out a non-Ramba Goof.
Yeah,
And
I
there
mean,
are
we could assume
many
this
goofs.
is like a lot of goofs. We get more goofs later,
Also, more
but
evidence to the
we
fact.
could assume this is like one of mining facility 87 or 86 that
Okay,
they've just taken out.
I was gonna say we can also assume Makube is just a lying piece of garbage because he was like, "Yeah, we can't really give you DOMs, bro." Meanwhile, I've got like 80 goofs, or at least
Just
like
chilling.
16. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean 100% he's a lying piece of garbage. But he tells us send a message to the general to slow down enemy forces in Eastern Europe as much as possible. If I would assume this is our Fairly Odd Parent if he didn't tell me that 8th MS team kind of exists by itself. Um, but we got to talk about it.
Like
We got to talk about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because
what
now
even?
Frau is naked on screen cleaning Kika in the shower with the other kids. We talked about it earlier. I am going to coin my own term. I'm coining the term foot theater to refer to any kind of overindulgent author-specific thing. That I think a requirement is that it has some sort of sexual tone to it. Whether that be Margot Robbie's feet in the movie theater, just
In Quentin
right up there
Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in
for all of us
Hollywood.
to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm calling it foot theater. Because Miles is the one who opened my eyes to the whole Quentin Tarantino foot thing, and I didn't believe it or understand it or see it until the Margot Robbie bit. But this is our second bit of foot theater in a short amount of time, and you can't tell me like, oh, well, Frau's technically over 18, like Mirai. What she's coded as an adult. It's like, no, she's for sure not. It's also just zero plot value other than later we can call Amuro stinky.
Yeah,
Like
that's it.
that's yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. Actually, I do know. That's a lie. I learned earlier today. Hey, would you like to look at my screen real quick?
Are you gonna finally
Oop, wrong
answer
screen.
my question of is Tomino responsible for artful steam curls during fan service conversations?
What episode is this again? This is Trap of Makube. So where we were at
Trap
last,
Makube.
yeah, Xeon's Secret Mind, as like we said, Tomio directed most of these.
Shinya.
He did Amuro Desserts,
Come on, dude.
but Shinya did Xeon's Secret Minds. He also did the Isolina episode, which is
Do I have
kinda
to
weird.
start blaming a man that I don't know?
But if we go down a little bit further on our
You went too
screen,
far.
oh yeah, sorry, spoilers.
22.
22.
Trap of
22.
Makube.
Directed by
It's
Shinya
just
Sadame-
Shinya again.
What is with this man?
Shadamitsu, and written by Kenichi Matsuzaki.
Zaki.
No Tomino oversight here. So we can assume there's oversight. What am I saying? We can assume Tomino probably gave the green light on this, or unless maybe Sunrise did. I don't know, but this is not a Tomino episode directly. This is this other man who made individual moment-to-moment creative decisions as a director, and another man who made writing decisions. All I want to say
I
is
don't know, man.
my goat Tomino didn't do this. Tomy God didn't do this weirdness.
Nah, but he signed off on it and gave the okay on his name being attached to it because it's his
Yup.
project.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the blame at his feet.
He is
Pun intended.
the director at a big
Pun intended.
yeah, a big production company though, so they get the word at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
it
Yep.
is a
That is
very
not like you can just get away from this.
yeah.
But yeah, if you want our discussion about it, go listen to last week's episode if you haven't. I'm not gonna rehash all that old ground.
I do want to say I
just
do
wanted to
not
coin the foot theater term.
foot theater will remain. You got extra points for that. I also don't know much about Shinya Sadamitsu. I don't know what else he made. I'm trying to scan Anime News Network to see here. He did some Macross, which is another mech show. He did some other Gundam stuff. He worked on Gundam Wing quite a bit from what I'm seeing here. Yeah. Keep on going. Keep on going.
Yeah, I mean, we have Bright and Mirai in the infirmary. This is our real first inklings of Mr. and Mrs. Pupil Eyes.
Mr. and Mrs.
Bright has,
Bright.
yeah, Bright has a fever, which just leave it there. Just leave it there. We don't need to suffer from
But
exhaustion.
Tom, he's suffering from exhaustion.
Amuro's like weirdly sulky when he goes in to see what's up, and they're like, Bright has a fever. And then Hayato's like, did you learn anything? No.
Oh. I know, even though he
And-
like he
and-
literally he pops in, he says like Mira is like, hey, do you need something? He's like, no, excuse my interruption. And then just
Yeah.
leaves.
Really strange.
I think he's just being considerate. He's like, "Oh, looks like he's exhausted. Peace. Never mind."
Yeah,
So
it
that's
might.
how I saw it.
I don't know if it came off the tone the same in the Japanese or not, but then the English, it felt weird.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we go to some Zeeks waiting behind a rock for White Base. Why didn't Ramba do this? Like, this works really well. This is a really good plan. Like, for whatever reason, they're just like, hey guys, Magneto rules. No metal or we're going to get spotted and killed. And don't worry,
Jump on
sir,
and
my
blow it
watch
up.
is plastic, just like these jetpacks. No metal at all involved in these jetpacks. Don't worry, sir.
I don't
This
know how that
radar
works.
radio thing, this little box that we have here that's detecting if White Base is close, that's definitely not made of metal either, sir. This silvery antenna coming out of it, definitely not made of metal, sir. They won't detect us. Don't worry. But whatever, the plan's solid. One guy like slips inside and blows the hangar door. Everyone else like they blow up all the important stuff except the radar. And everyone's like, why did they leave the radar? It's like, I don't know, little fox. Maybe they want you to run. But there's no Bright, so it's Mirai making decisions, and
Look how that's going.
she's not good at it. Which, I'll be fair, she's not. I didn't expect her to be good at it. She's
Yeah.
a rich girl who piloted pleasure craft. Didn't expect her to be a tactical genius. You know who I did expect to be a tactical genius? Our Uber Mädchen. And she's
Chuck?
trying.
Oh.
He's trying.
No,
Oh,
Sayla.
Sayla.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Sayla's trying. She's
Sayla's
giving
trying.
advice and stuff. She's trying.
She is being the best
Uh,
homegirl to Mirai's episode-long panic attack that she can. She is doing the
yeah, and
best job
Mirai
of like,
is,
girl, you're
Mirai is
tweaking.
just spiraling.
She does good at
Like-
first, but the minute actual combat starts, Makube is a clear trained military.
Yeah, the
dude.
minute it's like, wait, I made the wrong decision in launching just core fighters and not the Gundam. Oh, what am I gonna do? Everyone's gonna die. This is the end.
Just
Fantastic.
abandons hope.
Yeah. I love. I think it's later, but when Amuro comes back and Sayla's just like, well, you got to go out again. He's like, come on, give us orders that make sense. It's like he's right back to being a dick.
I just wanted to
Praised.
point out at 11:04 there is a very weird moment because they plant the not C4 and we get to see an explosion, but the explosions aren't like finished, or at least the animation frames are like showing the edges of like the red orange like globs as like being cut off. It's very weird. If I don't have a way to explain it better verbally, but if you go back to 11:04 during the episode, you'll see like, oh yeah, the explosions are being cut off by an invisual animation cell or the edge of one.
But yeah, we do a mid-air docking in the middle of combat. That's too fast, but you know, we still did it. We still docked.
You can't
No
stop the
consequences.
DOP though. You gotta fight them DOPs.
You can stop the DOP, and you can start splashing them to heroic music. Except Hayato's whatever the red one's called. Hayato's just getting worked.
Yeah, core booster, core fighter.
The red core fighter is the red Blastoise.
One of the two. I get
one
them
that
confused.
Kai's usually in.
Yeah.
Okay, I just call it Gun Tank and the red one.
Sorry. The
cannon?
machine, the gun cannon.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were
gun
talking
cannon.
about the
That's
other
what it's
jet.
called. All
Yeah,
right, all
gun
right.
cannon is Blastoise. Yeah.
But yeah, Amuro is just like he's like 2 goofs, splash 1, face cannon, splash 2, 2 more goofs, no rounds left. Still got rocks and a sword. 2 more goofs. Oh wait, it's 4 more goofs. Like Makuve is just wearing them down.
Just throwing them at him.
I said villain of the week or villain of the segment last time. It feels like Makuve is a bit stronger than even Ramba was, at least tactically.
Well,
I would say Ramba is significantly more powerful tactically, but also significantly less powerful materially. I would say
Explain.
that's Makuve's advantage. Is he just has, well, he has the largest deposit of minerals in the world, Miles.
Yeah, and he's got
He has
infinite
all the materials.
Cassilia
you're the closest to
resources.
Cassilia.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has an infinite wealth glitch on. So he can throw 6 goofs or 8 goofs at you and expect to lose 4 and be okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what else he has?
What?
Green lasers.
Green.
He had yellow lasers before. Now he has green lasers.
Yeah.
And he don't miss.
You don't miss.
He definitely does. Yeah, I mean, a hole just right through white base. Number 2 engine is just on fire. Jobber says it's about to explode. 1 and 3 aren't doing great. We refer to it as a mega particle cannon.
Yes, sir. Mega particle cannon.
Okay, point of order, you wouldn't be able to see the particles from that kind of a particle cannon, but okay. Green laser, okay.
Would you like an explanation? It's a modified version of a Minovsky
No.
particle. Cool. I didn't want
Of course it is.
I didn't want to explain.
No, it's a green laser. It does green laser things that are different than purple laser things. This one has extra armor piercing. I don't know, man.
It is a super Minovsky cannon. Think of it.
Give me another 40k weapon tag. Like
if you guys want to read on your own.
overcharge, I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, overcharge plasma cannon, so it doesn't blow up in your face.
But yeah, white base crash lands. Which nice guys. Good job. Time for Mirai to give up.
I just no, it's
Yeah.
doomed.
Or all die.
Our radio op guys, I already forgot their names. They were said once. But they're
yeah.
actually kind of mattering now that one of them has a plan. He's being allowed to contribute. He thinks he's people. But he's like, hey guys, let's set off smoke bombs and play possum. Which, okay, it doesn't seem like they do it, but Sayla said yes, so they do it. Like we don't see anyone run off to do that, and we just pan out to like white base smoking, but not like extra smoking.
Normal smoking.
I don't know, man. But Sayla is like, I don't think we're gonna make it to Odessa Day. And then Mirai is like struck by the Holy Spirit or something, and is just like, I prepare to send a coded message to General Rebel.
Just
and
Sayla. Sayla! Fucking.
Yeah.
We skipped over. My favorite moment comes at 15 seconds is Sayla's talking to Amuro. And she's talking to Amuro, and he's like, "What's Kai doing?" And she's like, "I'm sorry, but Kai's assigned to the anti-aircraft guns and can't leave his post." Smash cut to Kai fighting for his life, and then cutting back. It's so good.
He's having fun.
Define fun, but yeah. But yeah, that's the end of our episode for this bunch. Any thoughts?
Interesting bunch of episodes.
Interesting bunch of episodes.
Yeah. A lot of death, a lot of fighting.
We have
Shit's going wrong.
One of you did bring up like how long are we going to be in the same kind of thing of just moving through Asia towards Europe? We're getting to some change. I promise you that.
Yeah, I mean, we're mentioning Odessa Day twice in 3 episodes. We're getting there.
Yeah. But predictions, anyone? Because we can wrap up super early right now. This is the first time we've ever seen the white base really down, perhaps down and out, I'd even say. Will Bright get better? Will he die of his hepatitis, diabetes, diarrhea, explosive, whatever he's got going on? Will
Gout.
Ryu's ghost come back from the dead with gout? What do you think?
Mumps. Gout mumps.
I think Bright will get over it. I think he'll stop. I think he's gonna have like a moment where he's like realizing that it's because of Ryu's death and because of the way things were left with Amuro that he's gonna be like, ah, yes, I need to reconcile, and thus will fix all of my problems.
Any more predictions? Feel free to tin hat anything, because this plot could go anywhere right now, as far as you know.
I think Sayla's getting named second in command because we've learned that Mirai is not good at and doesn't want the job. I think we're gonna need Bright to talk to some kind of military figure that he respects, who tells him it's okay to make mistakes and lose men or something, and tell him to get back on that horse. Because he's suffering from like character identity fever more than bacterial infection or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably gonna have to have a heart-to-heart with Amuro at some point, but Amuro's back to either using complete Vulcan language or being a little bitch. So who knows? Frau's gonna continue to do the whole unrequited love thing.
Well, we did get to see Frau in battle for the first time. Last episode, she had a little helmet on.
In battle with a heavy asterisk.
She was on the gun
like
cannon.
Bright is standing right behind her and is like, "Hey, maybe don't fire. You'll hit Amuro. Maybe Frau, finger off the trigger."
Yeah, maybe not gun cannon. She was on a whoever a little.
She was on the port side guns.
Port side guns. Yeah. You got any thoughts, Kenny?
Yeah.
The Odessa thing, yeah. I mean, that's all I can really think of. That's usually a major plot point. So that's the only thing.
They did say we're calling Revel. So what are we gonna call Revel about?
Dom's appearing. There was the Black Tri-Stars.
Hey, Dad, can you come pick us up?
Dad, I'm drunk. My friends went home. Can you pick us up? I can't drive the Gundam. All right. Well,
you promised you wouldn't be mad if I called you instead of driving home drunk, Dad.
Man. Well, these kids are in a tricky spot. I'd hazard a guess. They feel like more teenagers than ever before right now. Like they felt a little bit like young adults earlier fighting Char. They feel like teenagers right now. To me, at least. I don't know. What do you guys say?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, they're still fighting it.
The fighting, the.
I think this is the first, like, the attrition has gotten to everyone, and it has also gotten to your gear.
Yeah.
I think like I think the entire war is hitting that point. But especially for White Base and its crew, this is their attrition point.
Gotcha.
Because don't worry, Miles. This is a Class D attrition part, so I think I can get more, but it's pretty important. Sorry, a little line from Amuro I thought was funny.
All right, well, we'll end it off there. Thank you all so much for being here. We'll pick up next time with episodes 22, 23, and 24, Matilda's Rescue, Black Tri-Star, and the Battle of Odessa. Thank you all so much for being here. Federation's Finest, out.